Mardi Gras means different things to different people, and it is celebrated in many ways. But if you take nothing else from this story, understand that the family side of the celebration is the largest side of it all.
Would you say it's a family event?
Yeah, there's a lot of lessons there. What not to do, you know. And I mean, that's so yeah, I would say yeah.
It was not what I expected. These were families there. There were a lot of children there, and all I saw in front of me the whole time was joy, just the beauty in the eyes of all the families that were there, all the people who were there, and it was just it was the sweetest experience. You know, it just touches you deeply.
It's as much a family experience as it is sort of a virile young person's debaucherous experience. And that's totally a side of Mardi Gras that I think people aren't even familiar with.
I think as people come to visit this city, and especially as they come for Mardi Gras, they witness it, they see something that's so different from what you can quickly see on the internet.
It's this tradition that, and the way it gets passed on is like from birth. You know, you see these kids out there. And I think one of the reasons that Mardi Gras keeps going on is because it's literally hand-taught from generation to generation. And
my family, I don't know how many, they have the same place on Napoleon Avenue that they go every year. And it misses like 30 years.
All generations, from babies all the way to grandparents and great-grandparents.
A lot of people, that last weekend before Mardi Gras, you cannot move. You can really, you forget crossing the neutral ground to get to the other, you know, because they are packed, and hibachis and crawfish boil, you name it, they're making it out there.
Anytime people tell me about family-oriented Mardi Gras, where do you find it? You find it everywhere. It's hard not to see it. The crazy stuff on Bourbon Street is confined to the quarter where there have been no parades for nearly 40 years.
You see ladders lined up all the way down the neutral ground, barbecue pits behind them with families, with parents and uncles and aunts, and they're up on the ladders with children.
When I would look at the news on TV, they would show Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Well, Mardi Gras in New Orleans was some pretty lewd things that you would see on Bourbon Street. Well, that's really not Mardi Gras. That's what's happening on Bourbon Street. But that's all the news would show. And I would think to myself, no wonder people have such a negative image of Mardi Gras.
What you see on Bourbon Street, it's Bourbon Street. It's like that probably if you go down there tonight.
For me, it's always been family. You know, watching the parades on St. Charles, you're with your family.
They have never parties during Mardi Gras.
No.
It's all that family.
Biggest misnomer about Carnival is that it's like a spring break down in Florida somewhere. That's not what it's all about. You grow up in the city from the time you're a kid, going to parades with your family, dressing up in costume. You have king cake parties starting on January 6th, 12th night. You know, the bakers start baking the king cakes. Those are all traditions you grow up with in New Orleans. And
it brings relatives in, it brings friends in that you haven't seen in a long time.
I mean, for us, Mardi Gras is a family reunion that lasts for 10 days.
It's almost like a sports schedule where you have the different parades and families plan what parades they're going to attend.
It's a lot of amazing memories that families have for generations after generations, and those continue.
I remember growing up, my family would have a picnic basket and go out and find this spot, you know, along the parade.
When I think of Mardi Gras, I can close my eyes and I can think of the sounds of impromptu bands playing, the smells of barbecues happening along a parade route. You see children, you know, playing in the street, excitedly waiting for the next parade to pass. You see multi-generations of family gathered together, celebrating.
Yeah, you know, it's a family event.